and earn a spot in the playoffs. Here you see in Group D this week also Neptunus Klaipėda at home to Ostend, a red-hot Ostend. Prometheus Patras at home to Midi Bayreuth, and Segafredo Virtus Bologna also playing at home this week. They will be at home against Petrol Olympia from Ljubljana. But right now our focus is on this team in red. SIG Strasbourg taking on the team in black from Istanbul, and looks like Istanbul brought some fans tonight. Journey here, that they were in good moods over the holiday season because they forced their way into the top four after an almighty struggle. And you see these are the standings as we speak. So it's 3 Prometheus Patras and Besiktas there at number 4. And well, what can we expect? SIG Strasbourg obviously a little bit better off, but not comfortable up there in second place at 6 and 3. They will not want to take their foot off the pedal, knowing that Prometheus are right behind them. But here's how close it is. Again, you look at the standings, and it's Besiktas they win tonight, and then they're just 1 game behind Strasbourg. So Besiktas, Phil Cressy, Veseloglu, Omer Al, Samet Gaig, Alexander, Jantekin, Yildizli, Mutab, Sipahi, Ivan Bua, and Jason Rich. And we'll get a look at the SIG Strasbourg lineup as well, or the roster rather. Marty Collins, Ludovic Behers, Quentin Serron, Darrell Eddy, Jeremy Inzuli, Mike Green, Ferron Pietrus, Nicholas Long, Kenton Gomi, Yusuf Afal, and Ali Traore lining up tonight for Coach Vincent Collet. And of course, Duško Ivanović, the coach of this Besiktas team, out there getting ready to welcome his players out onto the court. You know, we've been accustomed before the season watching this Besiktas team play so well during the regular season and then falter once they got to the playoffs. It hasn't been the case this season. They've had their regular season struggles, and you just wonder if something might be up. Maybe they're just going to turn things around. They're going to have their struggles in the regular season and turn things on in the postseason. Of course, you've got to get to the postseason, and the way it's been for Besiktas so far, all bets are off as to whether they will get there. In fact, when you look back at their results on the season, and especially in recent times, they've been okay. I mean, in this competition, they've won 3 out of their last 4, and in fact, before that, they lost a tough one at home to Virtus Bologna, and even before that they lost to Prometheus Patras. So they have kind of stabilized things. They've won 3 out of 4. It was a bad loss they had at home to Midi Bayreuth, although that game was tight midway through the 4th quarter before the German club shifted into a higher gear and blew the thing wide open. For SIG Strasbourg, who like Besiktas have been in this competition the previous 2 years, is a talented team. As talented, I think, probably as they've had in any of the competitions thus far. They also have played well of late, winning their last 2 in the Basketball Champions League, winning at home over Petrol Olympia and winning at Midi Bayreuth right before Christmas. But before that, they had lost 2 in a row. They suffered a 87-81 defeat, not a blowout by any stretch of the imagination at Virtus Bologna. And I guess the troubling result for them came on November 20th. They didn't play well, and that's to take nothing away from Philo Ostend, who did play well, but SIG Strasbourg lost that one at home 64-61. But again, they seem to have righted the ship with those 2 wins right before the holiday break. And now they come into this again in second place at 6 and 3, but knotted with Prometheus Patras, who are also at 6-3. Both of these clubs, because of Virtus Bologna's recent struggles, 2 losses in a row, find themselves just 1 game out of first place. So things are looking good, really, for that top 3 when you consider they have a 2-game lead over 4 other clubs that are 4 and 5. As you see, Canton Serron coming out, the Belgian international now as the SIG Strasbourg players being introduced. Jeremy Nzuli, the Cameroon international. But, you know, there's a lot of basketball to be played. And, you know, Besiktas obviously could very easily be out of the top 4 because they are the only one of the 4 teams that are 4 and 5 actually in the top 4. They're in 4th place ahead of Mini Bayreuth, Neptunus Klaipeda, and Philo Osten. So a lot more games to play, and every game will be vital. And forget about it, whether it's at home, whether it's away. Every game is important, and you're going to see these players giving everything, every step of the way. Because you don't want to go into that last week knowing that you could win and still go out on goal differential. You need to go out there knowing that you've given your best in every second of every game. And so I expect both these teams to play very hard tonight. In fact, I can guarantee it. So just minutes away here from the start of this one. In terms of who's been leading the way for both of these clubs as they meet now at mid-court to exchange pleasantries, holiday or New Year's greetings. Fall has been one of the main talking points all season for SIG Strasbourg. Their highest rated efficiency per game player at 15.9. Ali Traore at 12.5 and Mike Green at 12. It's Nzuli who's leading them in scoring at 12.7 points per game. Fall's 7.1 rebounds per game is also a game high in Green's 4 assists per game. The referees tonight, Kozlovskis from Latvia, Tainal Suslov from Estonia, and Ivor Matejic from the Czech Republic. And for Besiktas, Phil Pressey, Jason Rich, Erkan Veseloglu, Joe Alexander, and Ivan Bua will be in the starting 5. And there he is, Duško Ivanović, the coach of Besiktas. The veteran, and I think he has to be pleased with how his team seems to have kind of turned the corner a little bit. And the question will be, can they sustain it, you know, here in the new year? They were playing pretty well before the break. And in some ways, if you're a coach, you don't want to see your team stop playing at that point. It's going to be Green, Lang, Carlins, Petrus, and Fall in the starting 5 for Strasbourg. And there's Vincent Collet, the coach, a longtime coach. In fact, he's coached different stints here. Also the longtime coach of France, the national team, one of the real most established head coaches of international basketball. So these teams in thoughtful prayer here perhaps before the start of the game, trying to a little bit of a quiet time, a little bit of meditation, a little bit of prayer, whatever you call it. They're doing it, and now they're ready to throw it up and get this ball rolling here. This will be an interesting one, folks. I really never know what to expect from SIG Strasbourg at home. And against a team like Besiktas, they better be ready to play tonight, because Besiktas, as we've talked about, look like a team that is starting to turn the corner and play better, play up to their expectations. Well, hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to Strasbourg, France. It's the Basketball Champions League, and it's the game between Besiktas in white, and in the dark uniforms tonight will be SIG Strasbourg. So Besiktas winning that opening tip, and Besiktas comes out and misses with his first attempt. So Marty Collins brings it up and gets it over to Long. So Long in that starting lineup tonight. He is a great shooter. Can't leave him open. And they have done just that, and they pay the price. Right on cue, Nicolas Long. And it's 3-0, so that was a mistake for Besiktas. Rich, nice high arcing shot, and just burns the nets. He just keeps getting better and better. Now a little scrap down low. And I think Pressey is going to be called for a hold. Oh, and breakdown, and Marty Collins missed the shot incredibly. Yet Strasbourg get it back. Boy, that was hard to explain, that one. Here's Collins again, hands it off. And Pietrus comes in and lays it up high off the glass and in. So Besiktas, they're presented with a gift there, and then they didn't get the rebound with a loose ball. And Strasbourg come up and score. Now, Bua going to work on Fall. And the presence of Fall, no doubt, not the type of presence that Bua is accustomed to going up against. He is a lot of player there. Now the drive, and good defense by Besiktas. Pressey over to Besiktas. This time has his feet set and knocks it in from deep. Offensive foul called on Strasbourg. Pushing off. And I think it's on Fall. It's off a foul, rather. So he is guilty. And that's his first of the game. Rich again, high and a little too long. Now the turn, the bounce pass, and the finish. Pietrus, and who gets the basket here? I don't know. Let's see if it was. Oh no, that was over the cylinder and in. I'm not sure if they've given it to Pietrus, because he looked up at fouls like, what are you doing? That was in. Those are my 2 points. Yvonne Bua drives in and gets it right back. And the steal and the dunk from Joe Alexander catches Marty Collins in Strasbourg. And Marty Collins a little bit lackadaisical here, missing the layup on the inbounds pass and now having the ball stolen away from him. Long puts it up and good. Rich from deep. It's good. Jason Rich. He's got a lot of offense, folks. And turning and getting fouled as he put it up was Mike Green. Pressey picks up his second. So Mike Green goes to the line. He was the Final Four MVP last year for Ike when they won the second edition of the Champions League. In fact, it may have actually been on Ivan Bua. The foul. Free throw is good again from Green. It was, in fact, on Bua. So it wasn't on Pressey, but it was on Bua, and he turned around to say, I can't believe you called that on me. Anyway, it's a one-point game. Now Rich pulls up, and then drifting in is Pressey, and scores with a putback. Now the turnover, Pressey, and decides to bring it back out. By the way, on that previous trip down, it was indeed Pietrus who did score. He was credited with the 2 points and not Yusufa foul. Oh, nice pass by Bua, but then Alexander, I think, saw the long arms of foul and altered his shot, and he missed it badly. Collins steps back, puts it up, and Pressey hits it in the lane. Now he gets it back. Alexander dumps it down low. Ivan Bua blocked by Yusufa foul, and he commits a foul. So that is foul number 2 on the SIG Strasbourg center. And he will have to take a seat. It's a common sight, seeing Yusufa foul, picking up fouls. And that leads to the introduction of Ali Traore. And I can only think that Vincent Collet is telling him that if you stand up in there and you've got your arms straight up, they're not going to call the foul. But if you lower him, as he did, there's no doubt the refs are going to be tempted to call the foul. Bua misses the first. There's Ivanovic. Good player in his day. Great coach. Bua takes his time. Second one is good. Traore hands it off, and Veseloglu, you cannot relax around him. Green puts up a 3. Nope. Traore with the rebound. And Quentin Serron, who has checked into the game, misses with a short jumper in the lane. Now Pressey. Veseloglu with a little runner, and it's Traore with the rebound. Traore spins, passes it back out. Green, oh, what a pass from Mike Green. Had his back to him, was looking the other way. Watch this. Laid it on a platter. Well, A-star pass from Mike Green. Now Green brings it up the floor. Long for 3. Fouled while making the shot. What an inspired move by Vincent Collet tonight to get Long in that starting lineup. And it's Alexander who is guilty of the foul. It's one of those things where you know the guy can shoot the ball. You've got to get a hand in the face, but you put yourself at risk of picking up the foul. And sure enough, Alexander goes to the bench. Well, in fact, they have not called a foul. It was on Veseloglu, excuse me, so it was not on Alexander. So Alexander, it was an off-the-ball foul, in fact, it appears. And SIG Strasbourg with another opportunity, and 'cause that would have been really bad. Honestly, can't fault Alexander too much when Long took that shot. But anyway, here's a look at that last play. And Mutaf, who's checked into the game, barrels Green out of bounds. Quentin Serron misses from deep. And the rebound is Yıldızlı. Good player, Mutaf. Bounce pass to Bua. Over to Pressy, wide open, good! Traoré turns and scores. Bounce pass again from Green to Traoré. Boy, these two are really going at it. Look at that. What a 1-2 punch that's turning out to be. And Green has brought his A game tonight, reminding everybody of how he has the capacity to take over games, really. Remember, he had those great games that first season with Pinar Karšiaka. Then last season, he rose to the occasion for Ike, and here he is now doing it for SIG Strasbourg. Serron picks up his first personal. Mutaf misses. Bayhurst, who's checked into the game, gets it over to Jarrell Eddy. Now back to Serron. Now Inzerli misses, and Yıldızlı with the rebound. These two teams looking evenly matched tonight. And the drive and the bump. And Traoré hands it off now to Bayhurst, and SIG Strasbourg should probably end up with the last shot. And a push has been called on Pressy. Well, that is a bad play regardless. That's a tough call, I'm sorry. Maybe if he reaches and he gets some contact, but he's just kind of sliding over into position. And Pressy does a good job of just going over and sitting down. I think he probably knows in his own mind that was a very iffy decision. Because it puts him on the line, SIG Strasbourg. Sends him to the bench, but Bayhurst misses with the first free throw. Rich now fouled from behind. Strasbourg had one to give. Keep an eye on Inzuli. He's got the capacity, an explosive player, just as Rich is. 6.4 seconds left. Sipahi in the game as well. Here's Rich, puts it up, good! Boy, he is tough. The more you watch him, the more you realize how special he is. Look at this. The situation, he was doubled there. He puts it up, and nothing but the bottom of the net, and he knew it as you watched it go in. That is not bad defense at all from Inzuli. So after 1 quarter of play, it's SIG Strasbourg leading it 21-20. So stats pretty similar, really. 6 of 11, 8 of 16 overall for Strasbourg, 8 of 17 overall for Besiktas. Strasbourg with a few more attempts at the line. They're 3 of 4, 1 of 2 for Besiktas. Second quarter action underway here in France. It's Strasbourg leading it by 1 over Besiktas. No Robin Bensing tonight. Also no Kyle Gibson for Besiktas. Gayek there in the game. Played some important minutes of the season for this Besiktas team. Got a tough assignment now with Traoré. Now the switch. Inzuli. Now pass to Traoré. What's he going to do with it there? He's going to go right at Samet Gayek with a little runner and scores with that left hand. Boy, that was a soft release. Mutaf. Over to Rich. Oh, good hands by the Belgium international Serron, but Besiktas get it back. 4 on the shot clock. Rich has it. Don't bet against him, folks. It's a 3. Good, another one. Boy, he is smoking hot right now. Eddie for 3. He's fouled while attempting the shot. Well, Eddie has the reputation in Yıldızlı, and you know, interestingly, Ivanovic is taking up for his player here. He's like, that's not a foul. That's getting a hand in the face. And it is, again, one of those situations where you know a guy can shoot it. You got to get a hand in the face. And it's going to be a tight call for the referee sometimes. And he misses the second one, so the best he can do would be 2 of 3. And the former Hokie from Virginia Tech makes 2 of 3. Whip it around, Jason Rich. He's had the hot hand. Here he goes again. This time the ball taken away. I'm not sure if it was Inserly that knocked it away. And then the reach from Mutaf. And Bayhurst goes down. Bayhurst. Back he goes. And Eddie tips it over. Bayhurst again. Drives in. Now Mutaf. Yudisli. Good job defensively by Saron. And then Eddie flies in for the rebound. Ali Traore this time misses, and Yildiz flies in for the rebound for Besiktas. Pass down low, and the rejection by Traore. Inzuli swatted by Samet Gayek. Now Rich brings it up. Over to Mutaf on the break. Look at Ivanovic. The positive vibes emanating from the coach tonight of Besiktas. That was a rejection. Bayhurst picks up the foul. Three-point attempt from Yildiz no, or Yildiz rather with the rebound. It was Sipahi who missed a shot. Good scrapping play by Yildiz. Mutaf now gives it to Yildiz. Touch pass over to Veseloglu. Good basketball from Besiktas. Eddie. Well, that time they avoided the foul, and he missed the shot as well. So good defense from Besiktas. Oh, beautiful drive, and the bump will send Veseloglu to the line. So Long is going to go take a seat. Mike Green back into the game. And the first one is good from Veseloglu. And he puts Besiktas back in front. Bearhurst takes his seat. So Veseloglu, I tell you what, out of all the players on the court tonight, watch him defensively, and he will come out and pick off anybody that is careless with the basketball. Inzuli going up against Mutaf. Mutaf rejects it. Boy, great defense here by Besiktas. Look at this, he's going right at him, and Mutaf says, "I'm not having any of it." Marty Collins comes back into the game. Collins at the line, good! And now the turnover, here comes Green. So Besiktas have called timeout. Both teams head to the benches.
They don't call foul. Break up. What you call box. You call box.
So look at the numbers here early on. 4 threes for Besiktas, 2 for Strasbourg. That's been a big part of their game. SIG Strasbourg, 8 of 17 inside the arc, 6 of 14 for Besiktas.
He has to play pick and roll. If he stop the ball, pass. If it's screen, stay and screen. Okay.
And see the rebounding numbers. SIG Strasbourg edging that one, 13 to 11, but pretty even. Jarrell Eddy. And the shot is good, the three-pointer, and Eddy puts Strasbourg back in front now, 30 to 27. Veseloglu fouled from behind by Marty Collins. Shot no good. Ivan Bua with the rebound, and he is fouled by Eddy. Ivanovic seething over on the sidelines. Apologies, folks, if you're getting a broken up picture tonight. Some satellite issues. Hopefully those will be resolved. Second one is good. Inside the lane, and Long picked it up, but after the shot clock sounded, it looks like Green is up for this one. Boa takes it down low, misses with the left hand. Eddie with the rebound. Collins drains the jump shot. A long one, but it was inside the arc. So that's a 2. Strasbourg back in front by 4. Besiloglu gets the ball to Rich. Now Rich goes to work. And this time the ball knocked out of his hands by Green. Eddie saying that was all ball, man. Referee thought differently. Have a look. There was a lot of ball there, that's for sure. Might have gotten the benefit of the doubt on that one, Rich. So Eddie, who's played pretty well tonight, picks up his second foul and has to go to the bench. He's got 5 points, 3 rebounds. He's got A-star quality, Jarrell Eddie. He's played in the NBA, and it's quite a luxury to have a player like him coming off the bench. And he has got some real firepower in that team, that Strasbourg team. Insuli has not gotten it going tonight, but both Eddie and Long have stroked it from deep. But meanwhile, right now, it's Rich who is already in double digits tonight. He's got 11 points, make it 12. And you heard the twing with the net tugging a little bit there on that rim as the ball fell through. So Rich once again having a terrific game tonight. And immediately answering was Collins, who now has found his stroke. He's got 6 points. Boa drives in. Oh, he doesn't make it, and Traoré gets the rebound. Hands it off to Green, who put himself in a spin cycle. And now Pressey, with the reach, has picked up his 3rd foul. So timeout on the floor as both teams now have some words here. Talk about how they want to finish this first half. See the assist numbers tonight for Strasbourg, that's 8, and Besiktas have 6.
We don't do, counter opposite, okay?
Green has 6 of those 8 assists tonight for Strasbourg.
Mardi open, you pass to Mardi, okay? Screen for Quentin, okay? After you stay same side. Right.
So Jason Rich has a game-high 12 points. He's 4 of 6 from the floor. And you see from a turnover standpoint, Strasbourg with 5, Besiktas with 4. But talking about Rich, he's hit double digits in all of his games, except the very first one that he played in this regular season. Remember, he joined Besiktas after the start of the season, and he played against Strasbourg, and that was the only game in 18 minutes. He had 5 points. He was 2 of 5 from the floor. But since that point, he's had 12, 11, 16, 11, 17. He had 22 against Neptunus right before the holiday break, and he's got 12 right now. So he is a model of consistency. Here he is guarding the perimeter. Good defense once again from Veseloglu, almost forcing the turnover. Shot clock down to 3, 2. Serron's going to have to put up. No, he gets it to Traoré. One pass too many. Traoré has to shoot the basketball. He saw his man wide open for a layup, and it was too tempting. He would have seen the shot clock. Well, sometimes you can't fault the guy for making that extra pass for a wide open layup, but anyway. Sipahi hands it off to Alexander, who's back in the game. A crash on the boards, goes out of bounds. The battle of the behemoths, the bigs. And now less than a minute to go here. Strasbourg up 4. Green. In it goes. Traoré left his feet. Nowhere really to pass it. And Sipahi right there in the corner. That's where he excels, Sipahi, defensively. Veseloglu now to Rich. See if Rich can add to his tally. There's Bua. And Alexander strokes the mid-range jumper. So in limited minutes tonight, Alexander getting the job done. Putting the ball in the basket. Strasbourg call timeout. Alexander with, well, he's played 10.5 minutes, 4 points, 2 of 4 from the floor. Good crowd tonight here in Strasbourg.
They won't switch with him.
Here's Green, final seconds ticking off the clock. Green drives in, back to Traoré. He's not going to wait around. This time, he puts it up and in, and that's how it finishes. So Traoré, he was in that spot about a minute and a half ago, and he passed it and turned it over as the shot clock expired. This time he took the shot and made it, and sends SIG Strasbourg off to the locker rooms on top 36-32 over Besiktas. So Strasbourg 3 of 7 from deep, 4 of 10 from deep from Besiktas. Strasbourg now with an edge of 3 on the boards. Again, Green has 6 of the 8 assists for Strasbourg. What's helped Besiktas, I guess, is the 7 turnovers for SIG Strasbourg. 10 and 4 for Strasbourg. 6 assists again for Green. And some of the other numbers here from this, I think, very even first half. That last jumper has sent Traoré into double digits on the night. So he's got 10 points. Rich has 12 points for Besiktas to lead all scores. So we'll let you enjoy the highlights here, the halftime show, and we will be right back before the start of the second half.
le groupe Vinci, notre partenaire peinture et décoration des copains, Adidas, les promoteurs d'aujourd'hui et les plus de 200 entreprises privées, partenaires elles aussi, officielles de la SIG Strasbourg et présentes ce soir. On salue une nouvelle fois la ville de Strasbourg, l'Eurométropole, la région Grand Est et le conseil départemental du Bas. Voilà, mesdames, messieurs, applaudissements à l'association Strasbourg Handisport Passion Aventure pour cette belle démonstration de basket fauteuil. N'oubliez pas leur site, leur page, également Facebook, hvabureau@gmail.com. Depuis 50 ans, l'association Strasbourg Handisport Passion Aventure propose des activités sportives à destination des personnes handicapées physiques ou sensorielles. On les remercie pour cette très belle démonstration de basket fauteuil. Quatre minutes avant la deuxième période, 36-32 en faveur de la SIG Strasbourg. On vous rappelle qu'au match aller, la SIG avait emporté de plus 7 points. Donc il n'y a pas de raison que ce ne soit pas possible de réitérer ce score ici au minimum Aurélus avec la SIG Army. Vous avez été parfait en première période. On compte sur vous pour continuer lors des 2 prochains cartons. Car c'est maintenant qu'on va vraiment avoir besoin du public du Rémus pour transcender une portée et une aussi mère. avant le coup d'envoi de la deuxième période. Les signaux comptent sur vous pour cette deuxième période. L'objectif, c'est d'accroître le différentiel de points, donc d'augmenter cet écart. 36-32, c'est
36-32, SIG Strasbourg on top of Besiktas here at the Arena Sport in France. The Basketball Champions League Group D. And Strasbourg looking to solidify their spot in the top four. Remember, they came into this game in second place and just a game behind Virtus Bologna. They came into this game at 6-3. Virtus Segafredo, Virtus Bologna at 7-2, and also Besiktas are fourth at 4-5. But three teams beneath Besiktas: Midi Bayreuth, Neptunus Klaipeda, and Filu Ostend. Filu Ostend, possibly the hottest of the teams. All of them also at 4-5. The only team that really has not been at the races is Petro Olympia. And if they could somehow right their ship, you know, they're just 3 wins out of the top 4. Now, saying just 3 wins, it is and it isn't a lot. But you never write off your chances. You got to play all the way to the finish. And right now, this SIG Strasbourg team and Besiktas, I thought they've come out and they've played hard tonight. This is a game that could very easily go to the wire. Besiktas look focused, determined. And any let up at all by Strasbourg tonight would really hurt their chances. I think Besiktas there believe they can get a road win tonight. Marty Collins. Marty Collins came out tonight, had a couple of shaky moments where he missed a layup and also had the ball taken away, which I think it was Veseloglu turned into a layup. But since that point, he's come back and played well. He's got 6 points, 3 of 5 from the floor, 1 assist. Green, of course, 7 assists. Now he's been credited with to go with his 2 points. He hasn't hit a shot from the floor tonight, but he's sure done a good job setting up his teammates. So second half action underway here in Strasbourg. And Besiktas in the white, trailing by 4. They start off. Foul. Yusuf Afal also in the game. He has those 2 fouls he left in the first quarter. Now he's back. And Bua surrounded that time. Good help defense as well by Pietrus. Now the dump to foul, and he was bumped. Yusuf Afal will go to the line. And even though he didn't make the shot, what you saw from Yusuf Afal that time was he caught it high, he left it high, he released it high, and he drew the foul, but he's missed the first free throw. Interesting player. It can be frustrating at times, probably if you're a Strasbourg fan, but clearly hugely popular here in Strasbourg as a player. His last 2 games, in fact, he had 17 points against Midi Bayreuth, and then the week before that against Petro Olympia. And he had 17 earlier in the year against this very same Besiktas team. Sapahi drives in, gets it to Alexander, who passes to the top of the key over to Rich, who steps in, knocks in another jump shot. 14 points for Jason Rich. Collins, short. Rich, over to Sapahi. Oh, Sapahi lost it, was able to get it just in time over to Alexander. The crowd wanted a turnover. Sapahi puts it up and in, and Besiktas have knotted the game at 37. Marty Collins again going to work on Alexander. Steps back, short, but then nobody boxed out. Pietrus. And Pietrus does what Pietrus does better than a lot of players. Boxed out, got the rebound, and scored. Rich gets in the lane, draws the foul. Foul called on Mike Green. His first foul. Now it's past to Gaik, who falls down, is able to get it back over to Sapahi, who puts up a little runner. Samet Gaik not able to collect the rebound. Now Strasbourg come back with a 2-point lead. Long, good! You simply cannot give him that much space and think he's not going to make the shot, because he is going to stroke it. Look at that, perfect, 3 of 3 from deep tonight, 11 points. Alexander, surrounded and fouled. Again, the guilty party is Green. Ball turns over. Alexander, his miscue, and a little bit of frustration seeping in now with Besiktas. But remember, how big was that shot by Long at the other end? Oh, Sapahi just reaches in, takes it away from Green, and dunks it! He threw it down. Look at him. Boy, this is a big-time play by Sapahi. Look at this. The Turkey international goes up. Boy, you cannot fall asleep when you are being guarded by Veseloglu or Sapahi. Those two guys will eat you for lunch. Inside to Yusuf, a foul. And he wanted a foul, but he doesn't get it. Now Rich. Again for some space. Samet Gaik gets inside. He was blocked. Gets the ball back. Good hustle from the backup center. Now Sapahi hands it off to Gaik again. Oh, he gets blocked by Yusuf, a foul, and the Foul has been called. And this crowd cannot believe it. Look at this. Well, they've obviously called the body, but the question is, did his momentum carry him in? Yes, the momentum did carry him in to Samet Gayak. Yeah, I mean, that's a foul. It's unfortunate because he goes up. It wasn't like he was out of control, but now a technical foul as well has been called. From that bench complaining. So a big opportunity here. And Rich goes to the line and makes it. And I think that's a great, in my opinion, that's a great move by Cole to protest. You need to back up your big man. He was being aggressive. And it wasn't a clear-cut foul, but he definitely did get him with some body. You can see why the refs made that call. But at least Yusuf Afau knows that his coach has his back. But the worst thing is, Besiktas were able to go to the line and get a few free throws. In fact, just a couple of free throws. Green. And great rebound by Veseloglu with Pietrus bearing down on him. And again, Besiktas hanging around, now down by 3. Gayak puts it up from deep. Not sure that's in his repertoire. Well, not sure that's perhaps playing to his skill set. Ivanovic would like to have that back. Oh, what a play from Ali Traore. Just a constant source of points in those difficult situations. He lays it up off the glass and in. Rich takes the bump and earns another trip to the line. Well, you have to say Nicholas Long not doing too much wrong himself there. Again, got him with the body, and now he will take a seat. That's his second foul. Strasbourg already over the limit here with 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, so the free throw line could very well, it is coming into play here for this Besiktas team. A technical free throw, and the technical. So a little bit of adversity here for Strasbourg. Saron into the game. Watch that matchup, but then Rich only makes 1 of 2. And at the free throw line tonight, Besiktas doing okay. 9 of 12, 70, or 9 of 13 now, 69%. You want to be up around 70 at least. Oh, beautiful move, spin, and shot by Inzuli, who's desperate to leave an imprint on this game. And he took it right to Rich and got the foul called. And yeah, that's an easy call for the ref. Bua has the ball knocked away by Pietrus. Five-point lead for Strasbourg. Green looks for a little bit of daylight. Picks up his dribble, hands it off to Traore. This time he can't save his team as the shot clock was winding down. Strasbourg with their biggest lead of the game right now, 5 points. Bua bumped from behind by Traoré, so free throws coming from the big Croatian. Bua has had some opportunities tonight, and he is just struggling away. I believe those Besiktas fans feeling the disappointment. Two of 4 at the free throw line tonight. Now 2 of 5. Now, in fact, he's 2 of 6, and the quick pass, and Seron! Well, that time Veseloglu fell asleep, and Seron punished him. And what a big 4-point swing this is. Great pass by Inzuli. Bua comes right back. Boy, I tell you, this is a hard game to figure out. He misses the 2 free throws, and then he strokes the 3-pointer. Oh, again, another pass and another layup by Seron. Strasbourg punishing Besiktas for overplaying on defense. 2 times down the floor. Veseloglu goes hard to the basket. Oh, what a tough finish. And it was against Traoré as well, and even took a little bit of contact. Now Seron. Jarrell Eddy hands it off to Green. Green over to Seron. Off the back of the iron. And Yildiz had his man on his back. And the ball goes back to Besiktas. Neither team able to pull away. Well, Strasbourg have been in front pretty much most of the game. Haven't been able to pull away, however. But that, one of the layups, the first of 2 for Seron. Rich from deep, it's good. Another one from Jason Rich. And it's back to a 1-point game. Beautiful pass. Strasbourg have figured things out here on this end of the floor. They are getting some good looks. And Seron is the man with that burst of speed, who's able to just get ahead of the defense, and this time it was Mutaf who reaches around and commits the foul. And now Seron misses, and Yusuf a foul since that block that he picked up. Now he's missed both, but the ball rebounded by Jarrell Eddy. And Ludovic Bayhurst going up against Pressy. He's in the game with those 3 fouls. Here's Eddy, gets blocked. Great play by Yildiz. Now Rich has it. A basket by Besiktas puts the Turkish team in front. Oh, great play from Rich. There was no stopping him there. Look at this. He was able to collect it. And then Eddy All Rich did was look and said to Bayhurst, "You're not stopping me." And Eddie thought maybe I should have stayed in and played some D as well. Traore misses and Rich has it. Here's Rich again, misses this time on the drive. Bayhurst goes behind his back. Eddie right at the buzzer. And Besiktas lead it by 1 with 10 minutes remaining. 52-51, Besiktas with Jason Rich pouring in 21 points on top of SIG Strasbourg. Well, 7 of 14 from deep for Besiktas. Both teams having some struggles at the free throw line tonight. And, well, you know, these close games, when you've missed a lot of free throws, you can always look back and say, we could have done a little bit better there. We would have won the game. Well, earlier tonight, Nimbert won at home over Liad Kabelis 78-71. PAOK winning by 15 over Unet Holon in Greece and Thessaloniki 92-77. And Sidigas Avellino hitting the road and winning in Poland at Anvil 72-62. And right now, Bamberg leading by 2 at home over Ike in the final seconds. Umanorai Venezia winning at home over Opava, and Plain Labrada well and truly off the rails right now, folks. They started the season well, but they're losing 46-32 at home to Dijon. And here we've got Besiktas on top 52-51 over Strasbourg. And Jason Rich with a season high 21 points. Here he is, puts in another one. So season high 23 points now for Rich, and we've still got a long way to go. Wonder what he'll end up with tonight. Here's Enzali getting his shot blocked, and Pressy staying after it, gets the ball to Yildisley. Now to Rich. Can they get it across? Pressy goes up and is tripped up by Enzali. And that was a great block by Rich. And the Besiktas fans rocking and rolling. Look at this. Loving it. Loving what they're seeing here in Strasbourg tonight. And boy, doesn't it make a big difference to have a traveling support like that. Here's Yildisley. Hands it off to Rich. Nobody stopped him. He's going to put up another three. This time he misses everything as the shot clock was about to expire. Izuli checks out. Marty Collins back in. Alexander also back into the game. Back in the game for Besiktas. There's Pressey guarding Bayhurst. Takes it right away. Pressey. He gives it up to Rich, who's going to go up for the two-handed jam. And that, Pressey just ate him alive. Look at that. And then takes it the other way over to Rich. He could have rocked the rim, but he decided to go up with two hands and then just kind of gently dunked the ball. And Cole calls timeout.
In offense, we go on down, okay? En bonne position. C'est Mardi qui le joue. Mardi is playing on down, okay?
10 turnovers for Strasbourg tonight. 6 for Besiktas. Four blocks for Besiktas as well, interestingly, just 1 for Strasbourg. You would think it would be the other way around with foul, but he's had a lot of foul trouble. This is Pressey. Pressey is always going to be dangerous, lurking anywhere near the ball. You better not fall asleep on him. We talk about Besiloglu and Sabahi, but Pressey, you could actually argue he's probably the best defender out there. All three of those guys really give Ivanovic a real threat. Now they tried to get inside the foul, turned it over. Pressey has it. Over to Mutaf. Oh, that was flat. Alexander battles for the ball, but not able to corral it. Or excuse me, Ivan Bua. Saron dribbles up high. Over to Jarrell Eddy. Eddy takes off, puts it up and in. Bua travels. Well, you give it to the big fella. Here he is. Yep, he just kind of picked up his pivot foot. You saw it. Big news before this game day was Jordan Theodore, the MVP of the Basketball Champions League in the first season for Banvit, joining Ike, the defending champions. They're playing at Bamberg tonight. Theodore did not play tonight. Rich just lost it as he went up, and the ball went right to Yusuf Afau. Now Eddy goes in, misses. Wanted to get a layup, but might have been better served to slow it up. Ivan Bua. And they're going to get back and play D now. They're going to try now. A foul called. And you sense a little bit of the momentum going back to Strasbourg. Green did a good job that time of turning into Pressey and forcing him to foul, commit his 4th personal foul. Tabua and Pressey go out. Veseloglu comes back into the game, as does Gayic. And now the miss from Collins. Sapahi in the game. And that's where you see the benefit of having so many good point guards to be able to bring Sapahi in. Look at Rich, turns, good D that time, battling, and now a reach, and a foul called on Alexander. Well, Rich has been almost spectacular tonight, but he's missed a couple of shots here late. And door still open here. 56-53, Besiktas leading Strasbourg. Long way to go. A lot of basketball to be played. And now Alexander has gone down, holding his left hamstring. And Ivanovic walks away. And the way he's holding it, that doesn't look good. Watch this. Well, he just went down immediately. So Alexander could be out for the rest of the game. I don't know. We'll see. The way he left, you saw what happened is he was playing defense. So Mutaf back in the game guarding Saron. And Gayak guarding Yusuf a foul. That is the 4th team foul now on Besiktas. It's not going to matter if they get in the bonus, though, and these Strasbourg players don't make their free throws. They have struggled tonight. Collins goes between his legs, gets inside, and foul there with the rebound and the putback, and he can tie it up as he goes to the line for an N1. And he does indeed make the free throw to tie it up. .56 apiece. The foul was on Yildisley, by the way. Mutaf. Well, that is just a flat shot, and he wedged it. Rich comes back into the game for Mutaf. Well, with 5.5 minutes remaining, you can see Rich trying to go the rest of the way. He's got the 25 points to lead all scorers tonight. This pass tapped by Saron. Now Gayak goes in, goes right at foul. Offensive rebound. Oh! Yildisley gets rejected by Yusuf a foul, who says, "Not in my house." Saron goes down and scores and puts Strasbourg back in front. He's been terrific, especially in the second half. Quentin Saron, look at this. Foul just stood his ground, and that's what he's got to do. He's big enough to where he doesn't have to leave his feet. And Besiktas, we're in a good position now, trailing by 2.
Hey, but this guy go right, put him left, calling him right. Number 1, 1-on-1. He's down, motion. He's down, motion. Okay, screen.
So Troy already has 12 points and 6 rebounds to lead Strasbourg. But it's the use of a foul factor here late, as well as Quentin Serron, that is they've really provided the impetus for this Strasbourg team. Sapahi fouled up high by Quentin Serron. That's only the second foul committed by Strasbourg here in the fourth quarter. Quick pass to Bua, who goes up strong. Almost got it up quick, so Jarrell Eddy couldn't attempt the block. He caught it, and foul was out of position. So it's back to 58. Now Yusuf a foul. Is he going to go to work on Ivan Bua, or is he going to pass it out? He passes it back to Serron. He gets it back to Jarrell Eddy, who now drives in, hands it off to Yusuf a foul. Oh, beautiful play by Strasbourg. Nice feed by Eddy. Yildisley wide open. Good! Boy, talk about a clutch shot. No hesitation whatsoever. Besiktas back in front now. 8 of 19 from three-point range are Besiktas. The help defense from Rich. And with 9 seconds on the shot clock, Besiktas will inbound it. Look at this. You're going to leave me this wide open? I'm going to take it, and I'm going to make it. And now the pass intercepted by Veseloglu. Sipahi back to Rich. Pulls up mid-range. Money in the bank. Besiktas getting richer by the moment. 27 points. 7 of 11 inside the arc for him. And Veseloglu called for the foul on Jarrell Eddy. Two fouls on Veseloglu. And indeed, he was shooting the three-pointers the second time tonight that Eddy has been fouled while attempting a three-pointer. He made 2 of 3 on the first time at the line. See if he can make all 3 this time. So now we know that he's not. Again. Makes the second one. And the third. Petru is going to check back into the game. Collins goes out. Eddy had attempted 4 free throws on the season and made all 4 of them before tonight. And goal interference is the call. So the basket will count. Watch this. I think the rule, I think they're saying that foul hit the rim. So Besiktas back in front by 3. 3 minutes remaining. Green drives in, misses. Saron gets it, and his putback no good, but Yusuf a foul there. He falls down. Jump ball to be Strasbourg possession. I'm not sure. Yusuf a foul was asking for a foul that time, but I think it was kind of like a timber. He fell down and he was on the ground scrapping away for the ball. So a good no call by the refs. Both teams struggling at the free throw line tonight. Remember, Strasbourg came into this game 6-3, and in second place in Group D. Besiktas, one of 4 teams with a 4-5 record, but they came into this in 4th place. Three-point shooting has been huge for Besiktas tonight, 8 of 19. Strasbourg won the first meeting between these two teams back on October 24th on game day 3, 78-71. So that also is a factor. You know, A, you want to win the game. B, you want to win by as many points as you can. So in case you finish tied with your opponent tonight, that you would end up with a better head-to-head or with a better goal differential. Not sure why Yusuf a foul's appealing for the foul there. Good defense. And Strasbourg do not inbound the ball. Unbelievable. Great defense, but you have to say you've got to have an outlet to where you can get the ball in bounds. Pressy pulls up for 3. And that was a quick one. Not sure Ivanovic would have wanted that, but he wants to see execution on this end of the floor for sure. Now Eddie gets it over to Saron. Who do you go to? Do you go into the big fella? Maybe give it to Jarrell Eddy. Let him go to work. And good D again from Pressy. And because Injali has been relatively ineffective tonight, he would ordinarily be in the game at this point. But it's Quentin Saron. You would have thought Green might get a touch. It's going to be Saron that's going to launch it. Going to go in. He's going to get it up just in time, but he gets blocked by Yildiz. And Strasbourg not looking, they're going to get long in the game. Is it somebody that can perhaps bust one from deep? 2 minutes to go. Besiktas with a 3-point lead. Rich. Yildiz. Veseloglu, shot clock down to 4-3. Veseloglu left open. And a bullet dodge that time by Strasbourg. Green. And now the pass turned over to Pressy. And Besiktas don't have to be in a rush. But Pressy goes up. Oh, can you believe it? He makes a great shot. He got the friendly roll, and now he will go to the line for a potential 3-point play. And remember, again, folks, I can't emphasize enough as we look at the replay, Besiktas not only want to win, but they want to win by more than 7 points tonight. And you saw the frustration from Collet. So Pressy doesn't make the free throw. And now a bump by Pressy. I think he's fouled out of the game with that one. So he goes out. I think that's a good call. I think he was moving into him that time. You can see Ivanovic not too bothered with his defense. I thought one of the other ones was pretty questionable. I thought that one looked like, well, no, actually on slow-mo, I don't see it again. Looks like a tough call called against Pressy. And now Green misses a free throw. Boy, these teams are really struggling at the free throw line tonight. It has been an absolute horror show of epic proportions. He misses 2, but a second attempt has been awarded for getting into the lane too early. And Collet says, if we can't make free throws, what can we do? We're not doing anything well right now. I can hardly watch. That's what he's saying. They're right now 10 of 18 at the line. Again, misses another one, 10 of 19. You cannot expect to win basketball games shooting 50%, or right at 50% from the line. Sipahi left open, whips it over to Yildisley again, wide open. And the rebound and the putback, nope. Traore fouls Bua. And fortunately for Strasbourg, Besiktas seemed to be bitten by the same free throw shooting bug tonight, especially Ivan Bua, who is now 2 of 7. That is a woeful, putrid 28.57%. He's had better nights at the line for sure, but at least he makes 1 of 2. And we have ourselves a 6-point game. Long, quick pass to Traore, good play. And back to a 4-point advantage for Besiktas. Sipahi, content to take some time off the clock. Rich left wide open for 3. Front and back of the rim stayed out. And now Strasbourg bring it forward looking for a bucket, whether it's a 2 or a 3. Green gets inside, puts up a tough shot. Traore again there. Sipahi, the quick hands, knocks it away. And then Rich is fouled by Jarrell Eddy just as he crosses midcourt. Boy, Mike Green just can't buy a bucket tonight inside. And then Traore was there in position for the putback, but great hands. Watch Sipahi. I mean, defensively, folks, you just cannot take issue with this guy. He is outstanding. And I'm guessing that's why we're going to see him in China at the World Cup playing for Turkey. Of course, that'll be a tough team to make, that Turkish national team. They've already qualified for the World Cup with 2 games to go. And Jason Rich has been on his A game tonight, that's for sure. He'll certainly be in consideration for the team of the week, I would imagine. He's got 27 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Right now he's plus 27 efficiency. And really his best quarter has not been the fourth quarter. It was the first 3 quarters. He was really tough. But what's been encouraging for Ivanovic is seeing a lot of these other guys coming to the fore tonight. Sipahi, Veseloglu, Yildisley have all played well tonight. Mutaf had a couple of moments, Pressy as well. First half Alexander was decent. I guess the one blight is seeing him going out tonight with that hamstring problem. No Kyle Gibson tonight. No Robin Benzing, but coming out and really doing the job tonight on the road, Besiktas. I think they wanted to see if it was an unsportsmanlike, but no, they just called a normal foul. Well, it's been a happy night for those folks. Look at that, the Besiktas, the visiting fans. And boy, it has been a hard show from everybody, even the players that have played well overall tonight. Rich has done okay, 4 of 6 at the free throw line. Look at 5 of 7. And remember that goal differential, the 5-point lead. Besiktas would like to get closer. If I were them, I would foul to try to at least get level. But it looks like they're not going to, and they're going to have a second. Sipahi launches it, and that's how it finishes. So at least Strasbourg have the better goal differential in their 2 games, but Besiktas have claimed another win, and their early season doldrums are starting to fade further in the memory here. Look at that. Tough night at the office for Collet. His team played pretty well for 3 quarters, but in the 4th they faded, and they've lost 69-64. Remember, they also had a tough night at the line, just 10 of 19, 52.63%. Great night on the road for Besiktas as they go and salute their traveling fans. Look at that. They're loving it. So that's the sign. You can see the happiness on the faces of the Besiktas fans. Their team has now improved to 5-5. And they are well and truly in the hunt now for the playoffs, solidifying that position tonight. See the numbers again, both teams really struggling at the free throw line, but the big number there for Besiktas, offensively at least, was 3-point shooting. They had 9 steals. Defensively, they were good tonight, and forcing those 15 turnovers for Strasbourg. Traoré 14 and 8 for Strasbourg. Rich had the 28 points to lead all scores. Good defense by that Besiktas trio of Pressy, Veseloglu, and Sipahi. Rich, you know, you can see what his scoring meant tonight. I mean, he was far and away, had more than twice as many points as their second leading scorer, Bua, who had 12. So we'll start things off with a highlight package here with Rich scoring 2 of his game-high 28. His previous high coming into tonight had been 17. Excuse me, his previous high had been 22. He had 22 in their last win over Neptunus, so he's beaten that tonight with 28 points. You know, Long shot the ball very well tonight for Strasbourg and made a big impact. Maybe a little surprising he didn't get as many minutes, or wasn't as influential, shall we say, in the second half. Green was wheeling and dealing in the first half, but in the second half, he had his pockets picked by Sipahi, who then dunked it. And Yusuf Afau then picked up that foul, and then Collet, with his arguing, picked up the technical. Traoré, for a while, looked like he would be the man that would give this Strasbourg team a chance to win it. And then they got Quentin Serron. They kind of discovered that they could get some quick cuts to the basket. That pass, and also one from Inzuli. But Rich was just too much. He was hitting them from everywhere. And then Pressey came in and got this important steal, gave it off to Rich. Eddie scored with a little runner. And foul did come up and make a big block there to trigger the break by Serron, who scored. We saw Yildiz again make some contributions. You know, they got contributions from everybody tonight, and that has to please Ivanovic as much as anything. Even when some of the big guns went to the bench, the guys that were coming off the bench were doing a good job holding the fort. So the ramifications, well, Strasbourg now 6-4. Of course, they might fall to third after this, depending on what happens tomorrow with Prometheus. And Besiktas, you could see, are 5-5, so they will maintain their spot in the top four for another week. Got to be in the top four if you want to play in the playoffs. So 69-64, Besiktas win again at SIG Strasbourg.